A very beautiful day to you and welcome to News Points on Memories TV. First, the top stories. President Bola Tinubu re-elected as chairman of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government. Akwa Ibom State Government welcomes back trained health officers. On the foreign scene, United States troops leave Niger base at Niamey. In sports, Super Falcons camp opens with 12 players ahead of Paris Olympics. Details of these and other stories coming up in a moment. I am Ofonisabasi Johnson. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has been re-elected as the chairman of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government. The president's mandate was extended at the 65th Ordinary Session of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government in Abuja, following the decision of the leaders to ensure continuity and consistency in meeting targets on security, reconciliation and development. In his acceptance speech, the president said he would focus on consolidating the values of democracy and upholding the interest of the regional body, which will clock 50 years in 2025. He appointed the president of Senegal, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, and the president of Togo, Faure Ezozinma, as special envoys to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic. Tinubu said he has accepted to continue the service to the great members and great minds that are committed to democratic values and the journey and the region, adding that he will continue to serve our interests and build on democratic values and the structure that he inherited. Akwa Ibom State Government has welcomed back 10 of its health personnel sponsored for intensive renal dialysis training at the renowned Zenith Medical and Dialysis Center in Abuja, challenging them to bring their knowledge to bear to improve the state's health system and the lives of the people. Commissioner for Health Professor Augustine Umo, who received the returning first batch of the trained health workers in his office today, commended them for successful completion of the training on renal dialysis that has become a serious necessity in our society in recent times. Professor Umo intimated the health personnel that they will at the meantime be posted to the 2 dialysis centers located in the state at the Emmanuel General Hospital Eket and at the General Hospital Awa in Ona local government area. He implored the trained health workers to endeavor to be good ambassadors in the respective points of duties by applying the knowledge learned from their training and doing the work themselves rather than relying on consultants to do their job. The commissioner commended Governor Umoino for supporting and sponsoring the training to ensure that standard renal dialysis healthcare services are readily available and accessible by the people in the state. The federal government has released a total of 1.23 trillion naira to 17 ministries for the execution of capital projects in the third quarter of 2023. According to Budget Implementation Report for the third quarter of 2023, released by Budget Office on Sunday, about 75.4% lower than 5 trillion naira allocated for capital expenditure in the 2023 budget resulted in a deficit of 3.8 trillion naira. The report also showed that the ministries only utilized 9,602.87 billion naira out of the cash backing of 1.23 trillion naira. It added that the breakdown of the 52 MDAs included in the report of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation indicated different levels of utilization. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, yesterday said it had fully restored power nationwide about 24 hours after a system collapse led to a blackout all over the country. Nigeria's electricity grid collapsed for the 4th time this year on Saturday afternoon, with power generation dropping to as low as 57 megawatts at 6 p.m., a significant fall from the almost 4,000 megawatts recorded at about 8 a.m. same day. A review of the available information had shown that the power plants contributing to the grid began to shut down from around 2 p.m., declining to 2,797.16 megawatts, further shrinking to 1,020.08 megawatts around 3 p.m. before drastically falling to 0.80 megawatts by 4 p.m. On the latest occurrence, some power distributors notified their customers that the system failure was as a result of the grid collapse, but stated that they were working with TCN to restore electricity as soon as possible. However, the TCN, in a statement announcing the restoration of electricity nationwide, argued that the incident was not a total grid collapse but a partial disturbance. News Points continues shortly. Do not go away. Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned to News Points on Memories TV. And now to the rest of the news. On the foreign scene, the United States military withdrew its personnel from Niger's Air Base 101 near the airport in capital Niamey yesterday, ahead of its exit from a major drone base near the desert city of Agadez in the coming weeks. Niger's ruling junta in April ordered the United States to withdraw its nearly 1,000 military personnel from the country following a coup last year in the West African nation. According to a joint statement from Niger's Defense Ministry, the United States Department of Defense, the operation was completed ahead of schedule and without any complication. The United States Air Force Major General Kenneth Ekman said on Friday that the focus will next shift to withdrawal from the $100 million drone base near Agadez in central Niger, which had provided crucial intelligence about jihadist-linked groups, adding that the pullout from that base known as A Base 201 will likely take place in August. In sport, Nigeria Super Falcons have commenced preparations for their first appearance at the Women's Olympic Football Tournament after 16 years of non-participation in the tournament. NFF's head of communication, Ademola Olajire, in a statement, said the team resumed camping in Spain on Friday, with 18 players expected but only 12 have arrived as of this morning. He said their camp in the outskirts of Sevilla has come alive with most of the invited players in camp. The 9-time African champions who last played at the Women's Olympic Football Tournament in China in 2008 will take on reigning Olympic champions Canada in a training march in Sevilla on July 17th. To end the news, a recap of the top stories. President Bola Tinubu has been re-elected as the chairman of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government. Akwa Ibom State government has welcomed back 10 of its health personnel sponsored for intensive renal dialysis training at the renowned Zenith Medical and Dialysis Center in Abuja, challenging them to bring their knowledge to bear to improve the state's health system and the lives of the people. On the foreign scene, we told you that the United States military withdrew its personnel from Niger's A Base 101 near the airport in the capital Niamey yesterday, ahead of its exit from a major drone base near the desert city of Agadez in the coming weeks. In the world of sport, we said Nigeria Super Falcons have commenced preparations for their first appearance at the Women's Olympic Football Tournament after 16 years of non-participation in the tournament. That's it on News Point today. For views, comments, and coverage of your newsworthy events and general event coverage, you can call us on 0909 000 0581. I am Ofonisa Basit Johnson. Do have a lovely day.